You slam the phone down, your hands are shaking, you want to break something. You're seething. She's infuriating. You hate her, you love her, you feel guilty, you don't know why. That's what it feels like when your mother is a covert narcissist. Whether it's for yourself or someone you care about who has a covert narcissist parent, understanding what a typical covert narcissist mother does and the impact it has on her children is crucial for healing and moving forward. Narcissistic mother will mess with your head in a variety of ways. It's crucial to know this stuff because knowing it is your first step to healing. In this video, I will uncover the 6 behaviors of a covert narcissist mom and how they mess with your life now that you are a grown-up. And at the end of the video, I will also discuss some differences in how a mother like that might impact her daughters and her sons. Let's start with 6 main behaviors. 1. She meddles in every aspect of your life because she doesn't understand boundaries. The reason she lacks boundaries is that she lacks empathy. She sees you as an extension of herself, not your own person. When she messes with your life, it's all about control and attention for her. Plus, it helps her cope with her own issues. She's a pro manipulator, and crossing your boundaries keeps you tied to her emotionally. Now, as an adult, you might struggle with setting healthy boundaries in your relationships. Her intrusive questions make you feel like you're under a microscope, which isn't great for your mental health. All this meddling can leave you confused about who you really are and what you want in life. 2. If you have siblings, she might stir up drama between you guys. She wants all the attention on herself, so she pits you against each other. It's like she's the puppet master, keeping you divided and distracted. She constantly craves attention, admiration, and validation. When she stirs up conflict, it allows her to play the role of the hero who saves the day. And that gets her more attention. Growing up in this competitive environment can leave you with lingering resentment and strained relationships with your siblings. You might also struggle to trust others outside the family because you're always on guard. You might struggle to trust others outside the family because you're always on guard. That constant comparison and competition can crush your self-esteem, making you feel like you're never good enough. Dealing with conflict as an adult might be a challenge because you've learned this manipulative way of handling things. 3. She will criticize you under the guise of concern. She wants to control what you do and how you decide stuff, and she makes it seem like she's just looking out for you. She does this so she can look like the world's best, most caring mom to everyone else. It's a manipulative tactic that messes with your emotions and puts you more under her influence. Growing up with this kind of criticism can mess with your self-confidence, big time. You'll doubt your own judgment and lean on others to make decisions. Your self-esteem may take a hit because you always feel like you're not good enough. You might end up striving for perfection because you're terrified of being criticized, and that fear of criticism can make adult life quite problematic. You might hesitate to take risks or make your own choices as an adult because that childhood fear is still there. 4. She's basically living through you. She's always craving attention and admiration from others, but since she doesn't have much self-worth, she tries to get it from you. Your achievements are like a boost for her ego, making her feel important. She might have her own dreams that never came true, so she sees you as her way to make them happen. In her mind, your success is her success, so she's pushing you to fulfill her dreams, and it can mess with your own ambitions. Now that you're all grown up, it's tough to figure out what you really want, separate from her expectations. The pressure to succeed just to get her approval can really impact you. You'll have this deep fear of letting her down, and it can make you seek approval from others in everything you do. That's not great for making your own choices. This focus on your achievements can strain your relationships. As she'll put herself first, your self-esteem might take a hit because you're always looking for validation from others. Your own dreams and desires might have taken a back seat to hers. Finding and following your passions might be a challenge. 5. She's a pathological liar. She'll twist the narrative to suit her agenda, no matter how far from the truth it is. She'll withhold important information if it inconveniences her. Why does she do this? It's all about control. She cares more about how she looks to others than anything else. Lying helps her avoid taking responsibility for her actions. When she lies, she can shift blame or distort events to absolve herself of wrongdoing. She might also lie to avoid facing consequences. Growing up with a mom like this might mess with your ability to trust people. You might be super cautious in your relationships, and telling what's real from what's fake might be a real challenge. And since trust is a fundamental component of healthy relationships, this may lead to strained relationships, both personally and professionally. When honesty is lacking, resolving conflicts becomes more challenging. You may avoid confrontation or struggle to address issues directly because you're afraid of lies or manipulation. You might also be more susceptible to manipulation by other liars. 6. She wants your constant attention, but she can be quite subtle with how she goes about getting it. Picture this. You're not in the mood to visit her, so she plays the hurt card, making you feel like you owe her a visit. And bingo, she gets what she wants. Why is she doing all this? Simple. She's got a deep hunger for emotional validation and admiration. It might not be as obvious as some narcissists, but make no mistake, it's a big deal for her. She's a pro at using passive-aggressive moves, emotional manipulation, and guilt-tripping to reel you in. Her subtle game makes her look like the victim, and spotting her attention-seeking tricks isn't always easy, but it's all about control. She wants to keep you on the hook, responsible for her emotional well-being. So naturally, as an adult, you also now seek approval and validation. Your self-esteem's taking hits. Independence? Forget about it. Standing up for yourself becomes a daily challenge. You're bending over backward for others, while your own needs take a back seat. Speaking up about your needs in relationship can be tough. You might worry that if you do, you'll seem like you're just seeking attention, all because of how your mom used to treat you. Talk about feeling emotionally drained. Trying to meet your mom's constant need for attention can leave you feeling exhausted. Because of your upbringing, you've become really good at spotting when someone's trying to manipulate you. But here's the thing, that heightened awareness can make it hard to trust people in relationships. As a woman, if you grew up with a covert narcissistic mother, she might have constantly criticized your appearance, knit every outfit, and made you feel like you were never good enough. She might have compared you to others, including herself, and emphasized external beauty as a measure of self-worth. As a result, you might have developed a skewed perception of your own body. You might find yourself obsessing over your appearance, feeling pressured to meet unrealistic beauty standards, or constantly seeking external validation for your looks. This can lead to body image issues where you question your attractiveness, even when others see your beauty. Now that you are an adult, you are probably having issues with low self-esteem because when you were young, your mother may have alternated between moments of showering you with praise to keep you compliant and then tearing you down to maintain control. For example, she might have praised your achievements one day and then belittled your efforts the next. And now you might doubt your abilities, struggle to accept compliments, and fear failure. This can impact your confidence in both personal and professional aspects of life, making it harder to assert yourself or pursue your goals. The patterns established with your mother can spill over into your romantic relationships. For example, if your mom guilt-tripped you and played those emotional games, you might end up putting up with the same nonsense from your partner. You might also find it difficult to set boundaries, express your needs, and simply trust your partner at all with any of their intentions. And guess what? This could lead to some messed up relationships where you're constantly seeking their approval or feeling like you're responsible for their every emotion. And if your mother failed to give you healthy emotional support when you were a child, you would always fear that your romantic partner would one day abandon you, which clearly doesn't make for a healthy relationship. For men out there, having a covert narcissistic mother can impact you just as deeply, even if it shows up in different ways. You might have learned to hide your feelings as a way to survive your mom's constant emotional drama. It's like you were taught that showing any vulnerability is a big no-no. So now, as an adult, it's hard to even recognize what you're feeling, let alone talk about it. This can make it tough to build strong, meaningful relationships or understand yourself better through self-reflection. Covert narcissistic moms have a way of making you feel responsible for their emotions. As a guy, you might feel this immense weight on your shoulders, not just to provide for yourself, but also to be your mom's emotional support. Being both the provider and the emotional crutch can be draining. It might make you feel like you have to put your own needs last, which can mess with your self-esteem and your ability to self-care. The stuff you went through with your mom can spill over into your personal relationships. Expressing your emotions and setting boundaries might feel like a puzzle you can't solve. This can lead to arguments, misunderstandings, and feeling distant from your partner. Understanding how a covert narcissistic mother can affect you is a first step, but it can't replace professional therapy or counseling, so please get professional help if you need it. If you found this helpful for yourself or someone you care about, share it with others who might need it. Your experiences and thoughts are important, and by sharing, you help others on their path to healing.